Welcome. I'm Cindy Reagan, Director of Marketing for Travel Leaders Hotel Programs. And joining us today is Leslie Kaminsky, Director of Travel Industry Sales for Destination Hotels and Resorts and Commune Hotels and Resorts. Leslie created the National Sales Office for Destination Hotels within the transient market and spearheaded major luxury travel partnerships on behalf of the brand. She is responsible for leisure and luxury sales for the entire portfolio. Today, Leslie will share Destination Hotels and Resorts, Alila, Joie de Vivre, and Thompson Hotels. And there's a bonus afterwards. Following the webcast, be one of the first 3 agents to answer the 3 easy questions all correctly to win a $100 American Express gift card. Thank you, agents, for taking your valuable time to join us. Welcome, Leslie. Take it away.
Thank you. And thank all of you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our webinar. So thanks for the introduction, and it's kind of a little bit about what's going on with our company. I hope some of you are familiar with the fact that Destination Hotels and Commune Hotels and Resorts merged together earlier in 2016. So we are now one big happy company. News for us is that we will have a new parent company name coming out in September, hopefully. So we'll have parent company name, and then we'll have our individual brands underneath our new company. And those brands are the ones on your screen, which is Alila, Destination Hotels, Joie de Vivre, and Thompson Hotels. Alila is our Asian brand. Their primary focus hotels are in Bali. They are currently under the Design Hotels chain code in the GDS, but they will be coming over to our new master chain code that will also be rolling out in fourth quarter of 2016. So at that point, you'll be able to find almost 100 of our hotels under one master chain code, and then we'll also have our individual chain codes for Destination Hotels, Joie de Vivre, and Thompson. Those will still remain, but you'll also have a new parent company chain code. So all of that is coming soon. When we first merged, Destination Hotels had about 48 properties, and Commune Hotels and Resorts also had about 48. So now together we're hovering right at 100 properties, and this actually puts us as the largest global independent lifestyle hotel company. So we're super excited about that. We also have a lot of new hotel openings. So I'm going to share those new hotel openings with you. Everything should open by the end of 2016. And then I'll just briefly go over all the hotels that are part of the worldwide program, as well as Travel Leaders Select. And then we also have a few that have just joined the Travel Leaders Wellness program. First up, we'll talk about Cliff House Resort in Maine. We're super excited about this resort. We're going to open the first luxury resort in Maine. We are in Ogunquit/Cape Nettuck, which is basically on the coast of Maine. You can see in this aerial shot, all the guest rooms here are water view, so you would either have an ocean view or a bay view. And we closed this hotel in October. We will open in August. And it was an existing resort, but we basically blew up the entire thing and started over. So this is a great shot of the guest room. This will be luxury, and they will also be coming into the wellness program, as well as obviously Travel Leaders Select. We are about 70 miles north of Boston or 45 minutes south of Portland, Maine. So you can fly into either airport. Next, another new August opening for us is the Beekman, which will be a Thompson Hotel, and they are opening up in New York City in Lower Manhattan. This is an iconic historic property. It did sit empty for several years. It was originally built in the early 1800s. This is actually where the first Shakespearean play was ever performed in the United States. So lots of rich history here. Edgar Allan Poe wrote here. It was the first Clinton Hall. So lots of stories about this property. I'd love for you all to learn more about it. Again, we will be in Select in this property. It's definitely more of a luxury hotel. Lower Manhattan, really close to The financial district in Tribeca is kind of the area of Manhattan where we are. 287 guest rooms, and Tom Colicchio will have a restaurant in here as well. So very exciting. Next, we have Thompson, Nashville. And as you all know, Nashville is a super hot city in the U.S. right now. We will be opening in the fall, probably around the October-November time period. And if you're familiar with any of the other Thompson hotels, I would probably compare this one more to kind of like a Thompson Chicago. 224 guest rooms, really be catering more towards that luxury Travel Leader Select client. So stay tuned for this one, and again, opening in the fall. Next, we go back to New York City. We have a new Joie de Vie hotel opening called 50 Bowery, and we're in the Lower East Side / Chinatown area. We'll be the first 4-diamond property in the Chinatown area. We're overlooking the Manhattan Bridge. I did do a site tour of this property. It's amazing. It's going to have a rooftop bar and rooftop meeting space, so you can even think of weddings here. Good size hotel, 229 rooms, and we will open at the very end of the year, so probably December time period. Next, another Joie de Vie opening we have. We go over to New Orleans. Again, New Orleans is a super hot hotel or destination in the hotel industry right now. We are opening in the Central Business District. So if you've been there, basically it's just on the other side of Canal, right across from the French Quarter. I've also been to this property. Again, we'll have a rooftop bar as what is very common denominator of our hotels, and it's overlooking the city. You can also see the Superdome from there, so great location, and we will open towards the end of October, beginning of November. Now I'm going to just kind of go through the different brands. I'm going to start with the Destination brand and just quickly go through those hotels that are part of Travel Leaders Worldwide or Travel Leaders Select. The first one being Scottsdale Resort at McCormick Ranch. We did just close this hotel last year, and we put about, I think, about $20 million into it. So if you knew this hotel before, everything is brand new. Staying in the Phoenix area, we go to Tempe Mission Palms. This is a great hotel, really adjacent to the ASU campus. So, and it's also very close to the airport. They even have an airport shuttle. So think of this hotel if you have people wanting to go in and out of Tempe. Next, we have Miramonte Resort. This is located in the Palm Springs, Indian Wells area. You can see we're kind of backed up against the base of the mountain. And this hotel also has one of the top-rated spas in all of the United States. They actually just won another award for that. Staying in California, we'll go up to Lake Tahoe. We have Resort at Squaw Creek. This property is a ski-in, ski-out, but don't forget that Lake Tahoe has year-round activities. Lots of things on the lake, water sports, hiking, kayaking, canoeing, and this is more of a residential type of resort. So we do have units with a full-size kitchen. They all have fireplaces. They would have an outdoor balcony as well. Next, we have Terranea Resort, and I hope everyone's familiar with this resort. Part of Travel Leaders Select, and then they're also part of Travel Leaders Wellness. This resort is 35 minutes south of LAX and right across from Catalina Island. 85% of the rooms are ocean view, and here we have the traditional hotel, casitas, villas, and bungalows. Going south to Del Mar, California, which is just right outside of San Diego, we have L'Auberge Del Mar. We are, you can see the beautiful sunset and the water in the background, but we're basically right on the water. More of a boutique property, smaller in size, only a little over 100 rooms, and this is kind of more like your seaside coastal home. Staying in the San Diego area, we have Paradise Point. We're on Mission Bay. This is a great aerial of the resort. Lots of the rooms are water view. We do bonfires out by the beach, and we're also right across the street from SeaWorld, so this is a great resort for families. Next, we have Town & Country Resort, also in the San Diego area. This is a huge sprawling resort we took over a couple of years ago. We are getting ready to go through a huge transformation here. We will basically take out several buildings and rebuild them. The hotel will shrink in size but will be more customized for your leisure family guests. So that is coming soon. The hotel will still be open because it's such a big sprawling property, so keep an eye out on that. Staying again in California, we have Hotel De Anza, which is in San Jose. This is a historic property. You can kind of tell by the rooftop sign. And they have exactly 100 rooms, but they're really in the heart of the central business district, so lots of corporate travel on the weekends, and then kind of anything going on with the Oakland sports teams. A lot of people stay here for that as well, so you can think of that for your leisure guests. Heading over to the East Coast, we have the Embassy Row Hotel in Washington, D.C. This is a great little boutique property right in the heart of DuPont Circle. Again, we have the rooftop bar and pool here. Coming down to Miami, where I live, we have the Eve Hotel. This hotel is in downtown Miami. It's on Biscayne Bay. Pretty much all of the rooms have a Biscayne Bay view. You can see it in this guest room shot. And we're also right across from the Port of Miami. So it is an ideal location if you have people coming in pre or post cruise. And we do have pre or post cruise packages available. Next, we head back to New Orleans. We have the Royal St. Charles Hotel, and this hotel is a great little boutique property sitting right on St. Charles Avenue. We are on the parade route and the trolley route. So we're 1 block from Canal, so it's a great location for people wanting to stay in the French Quarter as well. Next, we go up to the Carolina Inn, and this hotel is located on the campus of the University of North Carolina. It's a historic boutique property. We did just completely renovate it, or really restore it back to its original grandeur about 2 years ago. So everything here, very pristine, very 5-diamond here. Next, we go down to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and in Spot Loretto. This is a great property. We're right in the heart of Santa Fe. So just think of anyone wanting to be in that downtown location. One side of us is the Santa Fe Square. The other side is Canyon Road, which is where all the art galleries are. Up in New York, we have Tarrytown House Estate. This is a great historic property. It actually is an original estate. We do tons of weddings here. We're right outside of Manhattan, 45 minutes from New York City, and we're in the heart of Westchester. So there are a lot of corporate accounts who do business in the Westchester area. Heading over to Oregon, we have Sun River Resort in Bend, Oregon. This resort, I love this resort, probably one of my favorites. You can pretty much do anything outdoor activity you can think of under the sun here. Full year-round resort, hiking, biking, horseback riding. You can float the river. We have an amazing spa in the winter. You can ski there, so I can't say enough about this property. And we're located in Sun River, Oregon, which is just outside of Bend. Heading back east, we have Wild Dunes Resort in Charleston, South Carolina. We're located on the Isle of Palm, which is really just outside of Charleston. And this is great because you can have that beachfront experience. Here we have the other types of units as well. So we have the standard hotel, we have villas, we have private homes, and then we also have condos. So depending on what size the family is, this is a great option for you. In Houston, we have Hotel Derrick, and we are located in the heart of the Galleria area. It's a very specific area of Houston. Great, another boutique property, great for corporate business travel on the weekends. And then, on the weekdays, and then on the weekends, we do a lot of leisure travel, people coming in for shopping, and or lots of wedding blocks here as well. Staying in Texas, we have the La Cantera Hill Country Resort. We're located in San Antonio in the Hill Country, about 15 minutes outside of San Antonio. And this hotel, this resort is actually hosting one of the first wellness FAMs at the end of August. So they're part of Select and the new wellness program. This hotel we closed in 2015, completely transformed it and put $140 million into it. So this hotel is brand new. Going over to Virginia, we have Lansdowne Resort in Leesburg, Virginia. We're just outside of Dulles is a great way to think of it, or 40 minutes outside of DC, but we even provide an airport transfer. That's how close we are to the airport. This is a great resort in the heart of Virginia, and people forget about the Virginia wine country here. And then we also have golf on property and an amazing spa. And again, this hotel was just completely refurbished as well. Staying in Virginia, a new property for us last October, we opened Quirk Hotel. We're in Richmond, Virginia. This is an adorable hotel. We built it from the ground up. It was actually, or reinvented it from the ground up. It was an original department store, so it still has that character with the very tall ceilings. The rooms are huge, and I can tell you I was there last fall, and this was the place to be. We just opened a new rooftop bar as well. Up in Vermont, we have Stowe Mountain Lodge. This is part of Travel Leaders Select, and they'll also be coming into the wellness program. Another great year-round resort. We're ski in, ski out during the winter, and then during the summer months, you can do anything from fly fishing, zip lining, in canopy, aerial course, really just a million things to do at this resort as well. Going over to Washington, we have Skamania Lodge, which is in Stevenson, Washington, which is actually about 45 minutes outside of Portland, Oregon. And this resort sits on the Columbia River Gorge. Again, great year-round outdoor destination for your clients. Then we go up to Suncadia, which is in Cle Elum, Washington. This resort is 90 minutes east of the Seattle airport. Another great outdoor resort. In the winter, we have the winter activities, so from cross-country skiing, amazing outdoor spa experiences, even in the winter, and then you can do fly fishing, hiking, biking. We also have our own winery on property. Staying in Washington, actually, this resort, Woodmark Hotel and Still Spa, is in Kirkland, Washington, which is just outside of Seattle. It's only 15 minutes, so it's really just considered a suburb. And we sit on Lake Washington. Another boutique property, 100 guest rooms. Everything was just newly refurbished at the end of last year. And we actually have boats on property that your guests can take out. Then we go over to downtown Seattle. We have Motif Seattle. We're located on Fifth Avenue, which is a very prominent area. This hotel has been voted the best rooftop bar in Seattle, so we're super excited about that. They do tons of corporate travel during the week and then tons of leisure travel on the weekends. And again, this would be great for pre or post cruise as well. Next, we head over to our Joie de Vie family. And again, I'll just go through the hotels and locations briefly. The first one, hopefully all of you are familiar with, is Ventana Inn in Big Sur. This one is definitely part of Travel Leaders Select. They could be coming into the wellness program. We're working on that with them. Very small property, only 59 rooms, but very luxurious. And as you can tell from the look of this guest room, very inviting. Next, we would head over to Carmel Valley Ranch. And this one is in Carmel. Sprawling resort, kind of the opposite of Ventana Inn, because we sit on many, many acres here. But again, that whole outdoor Northern California experience. Next, we go over to Lake Tahoe. So we do have two options for you in Tahoe. And this one is a smaller resort. So the other one was more residential. This is more your traditional hotel, eco-friendly, sustainable property, 968 Park Hotel. Staying in Northern California, we stay in Monterey. This hotel actually just reopened. We had a huge renovation there, Monterey Tides. This hotel, Hotel Vitale, we are in San Francisco, 200 guest rooms. You can see amazing water views here. And this property, a little bit more of your upscale property within the Joie de Vie collection. Staying on that same footprint, we have Galleria Park Hotel. Again, San Francisco, this one is in Union Square. We have the Marker Hotel, which is also Union Square. This hotel, Destination Hotels took it over last summer. It is the original Hotel Monaco. So if you're familiar with that one, we did have to change the name. So the new name is the Marker, and they're part of the Joie de Vie collection. Hotel Kabuki in San Francisco in Japantown. This hotel is in the process of going through a major renovation right now. So we are almost finished with that. I think in the fall they are complete. So next time you book them, they will be completely refreshed. Hotel Carlton, Lower Nob Hill. Again, great corporate business travel hotel, 161 guest rooms. Next, we have Hotel Rex. Again, Union Square. As you can see, there's a trend here going on in San Francisco. Actually, Joie de Vie started in San Francisco, so that's why you see so many here. This one is a more historic 1930s style property. We have Hotel del Sol. I think this is a super cute picture. A little bit more trendy, kind of more urban here. Then we have the Phoenix Hotel in San Francisco in the Tenderloin, kind of more of a rock and roll theme at this property. We have the Laurel Inn in Pacific Heights. Then we go over to Oakland and we have the Waterfront Hotel. Next we have the Epiphany, which is in Palo Alto. Then we have in Santa Clara the Avatar Hotel. You can see this one is really familiar or reflective of Silicon Valley. You can see it's got a very tech-centric theme about it. Then we have Hotel Levante, also in Santa Clara. Again, Silicon Valley, so you'll really see the trends of what is needed by that true technology guest there. Then we have Wild Palms Hotels in Sunnyvale. Again, Silicon Valley. Next we go down a little bit south. We have the Pacific Edge Laguna Beach. And you can see the amazing water views here. Only 124 guest rooms, so very boutique, but great location because we're right on the coast. Next we come back to East Coast, the Hall. This is a new hotel that opened for us in November. It's in Miami, right on South Beach. The best way to describe this is we're right across from Lowe's. I'm sure all of you guys know where Lowe's South Beach is. We're a boutique property, but really classic Art Deco property. And we don't sit on the beach, we're across the street from the beach, but we do have our own beach area and lots of programming here. And as in many of our hotels, we do have a top chef here. Next, we go over to Chicago Athletic Association. This hotel is amazing. I was just there. Can't say enough about this. It is the original Chicago Athletic Association. The food and beverage there was packed with locals, just tons to do here. And they're right across from Millennium Park, so you really can't get any better. Lots of the rooms do have lake views and 241 guest rooms. Then we go over to Lincoln Park. We have Hotel Lincoln, and this hotel is super cute as well, great for business travelers. They do lots of weddings because lots of people have weddings in the park, and just super cute boutique hotel here as well. Everything is refreshed. Next we go to Hotel Talbot, and this is a great location, Gold Coast of Chicago. This hotel at the end of the year will start a renovation. It's a very classic hotel, so they will keep that classic feel, but locals love this hotel, very well known in Chicago. Next we go to DC. We have the Liaison, which is Union Station, and this hotel does have one of the top rated Southern restaurants in all of DC, and again we do have the rooftop bar here as well. This hotel called Mount Vernon in Baltimore. This hotel is currently being renovated, and the doors are closed right now, but we will be reopening to everything being brand new later on this fall, early winter. Then last brand that I'll go over with you today is Thompson Hotel brand. And Thompson Hotels is more of our urban edge, kind of more contemporary product. First, Belgraves in London, and this is in Belgravia, so it's kind of more of a residential neighborhood, but also high-end shopping. Boutique hotel, only 85 guest rooms. We go to New York, to Manhattan. We have the Smith Hotel, which is in Tribeca. Amazing location. We have a top chef here as well. Great bar, and then they also have several suites that have rooftop terraces, so great option for you there. Just around the corner from Smith, we have Guild Hall, which is really in the financial district. They do a ton of corporate business travel. Then on the weekends, they do tons of weddings here. Next, we go up to Toronto. We have Thompson Toronto. Again, we're sticking with that same kind of rooftop pool, rooftop bar theme, and you can see the views here are just amazing. Next, we go back to Chicago. We have Thompson, Chicago. Again, this like ideal location, Gold Coast. We have amazing penthouse suites here. The restaurant there is Nico. Can't say enough about this hotel. When talking to clients, everyone's in love with this property, and it's a great size. It's 247 rooms. And we're right across from the Tavern on Rush, if you're familiar with that restaurant. Going to Mexico, we have the Cape, which is in Cabo San Lucas. I can't say enough about this property. It's a brand new build. It was built after the last hurricane. Everything is beautiful. Every single view from this resort is of the famous arch. This location on the beach I don't think could be better, and we're right at the surfing beach, so I encourage you to go to their website and check them out as well. Then going over to the Cancun Playa del Carmen area, we do have Thompson Playa del Carmen. And here it's interesting because we have in the middle of all the action. So if you have clients looking to do that kind of trip, this is a great option for them. We're on 5th Avenue. We have a rooftop pool and bar. We also have the restaurant Catch, which started out of New York City. And then on the beach, we have a 27-unit beach house. Last but certainly not least in the Seattle area, we just opened Thompson Seattle. They opened about June 2nd. You can't say enough about these views. You see the water views. Again, we have the rooftop here. This is peak season in Seattle right now, but please let me know if you're interested. This is a great property as well.
Well, Leslie, these are exciting new properties. Great to see the wellness properties, and I've had an experience at many of the properties, but I think that looking forward to the 50 Bovary Hotel in New York City and the Troubadour in New Orleans and Eve Hotel in Miami, these properties I can't wait to see. And certainly we welcome Terrania Resort in La Cantera and the Stowe Mountain Lodge into the program, and keeping our fingers crossed about Ventana. I want to remind agents to take the 3 Easy Questions quiz, and the first 3 agents to answer all 3 questions correctly will win a $100 American Express gift card. Thank you, Leslie, and thank you, agents, for taking your time today.
Thank you.